The hilarious reason Man of Steel's script disappointed Kevin Costner. Being in a superhero movie has got to be exciting, and a Superman movie on top of that is a dream come true. However, longtime Western and Hollywood-heavy Kevin Costner felt a bit differently after reading the script for Zack Snyder's 2013 reimagining, Man of Steel. According to the former Yellowstone star, his role of Jonathan Kent was a bit of an initial disappointment, and his reasoning might not be what you expected. Here's what Costner had to say about his time working on Man of Steel and the hilarious reason why he was disillusioned by the role. Kevin Costner wanted superpowers in Man of Steel. Man of Steel is chock full of superpowered aliens. From Henry Cavill's Superman to Michael Shannon's General Zod and the handful of other Kryptonians at his disposal, there is more action and suspense in Zack Snyder's reboot than in most Superman features, and that's by design. But just because Man of Steel features a world of superpowered characters doesn't mean that everyone in the cast will have powers themselves. Amy Adams' Lois Lane is a prime example of this, as is Christopher Maloney's Colonel Nathan Hardy. Not even Russell Crowe's Jor-El, a Kryptonian, has superpowers under Krypton's red sun. But Kevin Costner must not have read the fine print, because he had hoped and perhaps expected that his character would have super abilities of his own. In an interview with the RIPLEY'S podcast, the actor revealed that he loved his collaboration with Zack Snyder, save for one particular note. "It's just my luck to be in a superhero movie and be the only person that's normal," the actor lamented. "I was like, really? I can't fly? And I can't put my fist through the wall? Maybe I should have read this thing closer. I'm a farmer." All jokes aside, Costner embodies one of the most important characters in DC Comics mythology, and his role as Jonathan Kent was pivotal to Clark Kent's eventual transformation into Superman. When asked about whether the controversial scene, where Pa Kent tells a young Clark, Teen Wolf still in Sprayberry, that he might have to let people die, Costner responded that Jonathan's response was rooted in doubt. By the time he allows himself to be consumed by a tornado, in order to ensure his son's secret remained such, it was a moment where he no longer doubted that people weren't ready for Superman. Man of Steel took Superman's origins in a unique direction. Of course, not everyone responded well to Man of Steel. The opening act of the now-dead DC Extended Universe was a bit unsettling for many from the get-go, largely due to the interpretation of Jonathan Kent and Superman's decision to kill General Zod at the end. Whichever side you fall on in that debate, Zack Snyder's sequels, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice and Zack Snyder's Justice League, details Superman's own wrestling with his first day on the world scene. More than that, the trilogy effectively turns Kal-El into a more traditional version of the Man of Tomorrow, even if it took this interpretation some time. That's in no small part due to the influence of Jonathan Kent on his life, and it's no wonder that Kevin Costner returns in a cameo capacity in both follow-up pictures. Naturally, Kevin Costner's humorous meditations on not getting superpowers in a superhero film, let's be honest, who wouldn't be disappointed, are deeply overshadowed by the actor's thoughts on the importance of the Pa Kent character. In a 2014 sit-down with Den of Geek, Costner reflected on his time in Man of Steel and how he believes his own personality and personal history influenced Snyder's interpretation of the character. "I like to think I gave him the DNA for his character and how he behaves as a person," Costner noted. "I haven't ever tried to do that, represent a wholesome value system, purposefully. People just see you in a certain light." No doubt, Costner's time in films like Field of Dreams, another story where he played a Midwestern farmer, impacted his time in Smallville. Whether you love Man of Steel or not, it's a Superman movie that aims to do something different with the source material, and that alone is worth exploring.